Hello, my friend. It's Mel, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you, ready to embark on a journey that's nothing short of extraordinary. Today, we're not just talking about stories or myths, we're diving into the very essence of who you're destined to become. Picture yourself standing alongside the greatest heroes of fiction, Luke Skywalker, staring wistfully at the twin suns of Tatooine, yearning for adventure. Mulan, quietly defying tradition to protect her family. Frodo Baggins, cozy in the Shire yet unaware of the monumental rule awaiting him. Or the Avengers, each answering a call to save the world. These characters resonate deeply with us because they reflect a universal truth we all carry: a spark, a whisper, a restless feeling that we're meant for something greater. That nudge in your heart, that quiet voice saying there's more to your life than what you're living now. It's not a coincidence. It's a call to unlock the vast, untapped potential within you, a potential that's been waiting for you to claim. We're about to explore a transformative framework called the hero's journey, a lens that will help you see your life not as a series of random events, but as an epic, world-changing quest. This isn't just about storytelling. It's about recognizing that you are the hero of your own narrative, with challenges to face, strengths to discover, and a destiny to fulfill. Whether you're feeling stuck in routine, yearning for change, or facing a pivotal moment, this framework will give you clarity, purpose, and the courage to step into your power. We'll walk through 4 key stages of the hero's journey: the ordinary world, the call to adventure, crossing the threshold, and the midpoint. And I'll show you how they're unfolding in your life right now, guiding you toward a future that's as bold and inspiring as any blockbuster. So, grab a seat, open your heart, and let's begin this adventure together. You're about to discover the hero within. What is the hero's journey? The hero's journey is far more than a storytelling device. It's a profound blueprint for human growth and transformation, uncovered by the brilliant mythologist Joseph Campbell. Campbell dedicated his life to studying myths, legends, and religious stories from every corner of the world: ancient Greek epics, Native American tales, Eastern philosophies, and more. Through his research, he had a groundbreaking epiphany. The stories we cherish, from ancient oral traditions to modern cinematic masterpieces like Star Wars, The Lord of the Rings, Mulan, Harry Potter, or even Toy Story, follow a universal pattern. This pattern, which he named the hero's journey, outlines a hero's path from an ordinary, limited existence through trials, personal growth, and profound transformation, culminating in their return as a wiser, more powerful version of themselves, often bringing a gift or wisdom to their community. What makes the hero's journey so powerful is its universality. It transcends time, culture, and geography, appearing in the myths of ancient Sumeria, the folklore of medieval Europe, and the blockbusters of today. Campbell identified 17 stages in his original framework, but at its core, it's about a hero who leaves the familiar, faces challenges, discovers their true self, and returns changed. This isn't just the stuff of fiction, it's a mirror of your own life's journey. Every challenge you faced, every moment you've grown, every time you've pushed past fear or doubt, you've been living your own hero's journey. This framework gives meaning to your struggles and a roadmap for your future, showing you that your life is part of a larger, timeless narrative of discovery and transformation. Today, we're focusing on 4 pivotal stages of the hero's journey that are most relevant to where you might be right now. The ordinary world, where the hero begins, the call to adventure, the moment that sparks change, crossing the threshold, the commitment to the journey, and the midpoint, where the real work and magic happen. By understanding these stages, you'll see your life in a new light, not as a series of obstacles, but as a purposeful quest to become the hero you are always meant to be. Let's dive into each stage and explore how they apply to you, with examples from stories we love and real-life moments that hit close to home. Stage 1. The ordinary world. Every hero's tale begins in the ordinary world, a place of familiarity, comfort, but also limitation, where the hero is unaware of their true potential or the vast possibilities awaiting them. Think of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, toiling on the arid plains of Tatooine, fixing droids and dreaming of adventure. yet stuck in a monotonous life with his aunt and uncle. He has no idea he's destined to be a Jedi or play a role in galactic history. Or consider Mulan, living in a small village in ancient China, her life dictated by societal expectations to marry and bring honor to her family. Oblivious to the warrior spirit within her, Frodo Baggins, in The Lord of the Rings, is nestled in the idyllic Shire, surrounded by hobbit comforts, good food, warm hearts, and peaceful routines with no inkling of the epic quest that will soon upend his life. These heroes start in a confined space, their horizons narrow, their potential dormant, living lives that feel small compared to what's possible. This is likely where you find yourself now, or where you've been at some point in your life. Your ordinary world is the reality you're living today, your job, your home, your daily routines, the familiar patterns that define your existence. It's the apartment you've lived in for years, the career you fell into rather than chose, the responsibilities that keep you tethered to a certain way of life. It's the town you grew up in, the social circle you've always known, or the habits that feel safe but uninspiring. This world is comfortable, predictable, and often feels like just how things are. But deep down, you might sense it's only a fraction of what's possible. Maybe you feel a restlessness, a vague dissatisfaction, or a longing for something more, a career that lights you up, a place that feels like home, a version of yourself that's bolder, freer, more alive. The ordinary world is the starting line of your journey, not the destination. It's where you are before you realize the full scope of your power or purpose. Like Luke, Mulan, or Frodo, you might not yet know who you're capable of becoming or what lies beyond the horizons you can see. That's okay, it's part of the process. The ordinary world sets the stage for what's to come, grounding you in the familiar so you can appreciate the magnitude of the transformation ahead. Your life is whispering to you, urging you to lift your gaze, to look beyond the routines and limitations, and to recognize the hero inside you, a hero ready to explore a world brimming with possibility, bravery, and untapped strength. The first step is simply to see your ordinary world for what it is, a starting point, not a cage. Let's move to the moment that changes everything. Stage 2. The call to adventure. The call to adventure is the spark that disrupts the ordinary world. A moment that beckons the hero toward a larger destiny and challenges them to leave comfort behind. In stories, this moment is vivid and unforgettable. In The Lord of the Rings, it's Gandalf arriving at Frodo's doorstep in the Shire, revealing the dark power of the One Ring and the looming threat to Middle-earth, urging Frodo to leave his cozy life for a dangerous quest in Mulan. It's the moment Mulan, deemed unworthy of marriage by her village, feels a deep pull to take her father's place in the war, defying tradition to protect her family's honor. In Star Wars, it's Luke discovering a holographic message from Princess Leia hidden in R2-D2, pleading for help and setting him on the path to becoming a Jedi. These calls are dramatic, often external, and impossible to ignore, thrusting the hero into a world of possibility and peril. In your life, the call to adventure is just as real, though it's often subtler, more personal, and far easier to overlook. It's not likely to come from a wizard knocking on your door or a droid projecting a message. Instead, it's an internal summons, a dream that won't let go, a feeling that something needs to change, or a moment that shakes your status quo. To recognize and embrace your call to adventure, here are 4 critical insights to guide you. It often comes from within, not from others, and like movie heroes who receive their call from a mentor or a magical event, your call is deeply personal. It's that persistent thought that keeps you up at night, the idea of starting a business, moving to a new city, or pursuing a long-buried passion like writing or painting. It's the question you need to ask yourself daily. What is my life trying to tell me right now? If you pause and listen, you'll notice your life is nudging you toward a specific direction. Maybe it's a recurring daydream, a skill you want to learn, or a change you know you need to make. The call is there, but you have to be open to hearing it. It can be positive or negative. The call doesn't always feel like an exciting opportunity. Sometimes it's a crisis or a loss that forces you to act. Take my friend Jody, for example. She lived in Santa Barbara for years, but her call to adventure came through a series of challenges. Her rent skyrocketed. She left a job she disliked, and both her parents were hospitalized simultaneously. These events stirred a deep instinct to move back to Michigan to be near her family. A pull she couldn't ignore. That's a negative call, life pushing you toward change through discomfort. On the flip side, a positive call might be a spark of inspiration. Like my own urge to join my husband Chris and our daughter Sawyer in skinning up a snowy mountain. It's a local winter activity where you hike up a ski slope with special skis and then ski down. I'm not in top shape, and the idea of joining a group of seasoned skiers intimidates me. But I feel pulled to try it, to become someone who embraces that kind of adventure. Both positive and negative calls are valid. They're your life signaling that it's time to grow. It can be big or small. Your call to adventure doesn't need to be a grand, life-altering decision. It could be as monumental as quitting your job to travel the world, or as simple as signing up for a pottery class, restarting a daily journal, or committing to a morning walk. I'm moved by the stories I hear from listeners around the world who write to me about small changes, taking up painting, running their first 5K, or reconnecting with an old hobby that have reignited their sense of purpose. These small calls are just as powerful as the big ones because they awaken a part of you that's been dormant, setting the stage for a bigger transformations down the road. It's incredibly easy to refuse. Resistance is a universal part of the hero's journey, and you're no exception. Like Luke Skywalker, who hesitates when he hears Leia's message, muttering, "I can't get involved. I've got work to do." You might push back against your call out of fear, doubt, or a sense of duty. You're the reluctant hero, saying, "This isn't the right time," or "I'm not ready," or "This isn't for me." That resistance is normal. It's the human experience. When you feel stuck, trapped in a job, a relationship, or a routine, that's your inner hero rattling the cage, begging you to act. I see this tension in my own life as I approach an empty nester phase with my son Oakley heading to college. I could dwell on the sadness of an quieter house, or I could see it as a call to adventure, chance to reimagine my life, pursue new passions, and rediscover who I am. The call is there, but it's up to you to stop ignoring it. Your call to adventure is all around you, woven into the fabric of your daily life. It's in the tension of a job that no longer fulfills you, the envy you feel watching friends chase their dreams, the pull to try something new, or the push of a life event like a breakup or a health scare. It's the moment you realize you're meant for more. Even if you're not sure what more looks like, start labeling these moments as calls to adventure. Not crises or fears, they're invitations to step into a bigger, bolder version of yourself, a version that's waiting to emerge. Stage 3. Crossing the threshold. Crossing the threshold is the pivotal moment when the hero commits fully to the journey, leaving the safety and familiarity of the ordinary world behind to venture into the unknown. It's a bold, irreversible act of courage that marks the true beginning of transformation in Star Wars. It's Luke blasting off Tatooine with Obi-Wan Kenobi, leaving his farm life behind to pursue his destiny as a Jedi. In Mulan, it's Mulan stealing away in the dead of night, cutting her hair and disguising herself as a man to join the army in her father's place, defying all expectations. In The Lord of the Rings, it's Frodo and Sam stepping beyond the Shire's borders, pausing to acknowledge, we've never been this far, before plunging into the dangers of Middle-earth. My friend Jodie crossed this threshold when she made the monumental decision to leave Santa Barbara, pack her belongings, load her beloved bulldog into her car, and drive across the country to Michigan to be near her ailing parents, ready to start a new chapter. For you, crossing the threshold doesn't always mean a physical departure or a dramatic gesture. It's any act of commitment to change, no matter how small, that signals you're ready to move forward. It could be as simple as saying out loud, "I want something different," and meaning it with every fiber of your being. It's submitting a job application for a role that scares you, stepping into a gym for the first time after years of inactivity, tossing out the junk food in your pantry to commit to healthier habits, or making that overdue doctor's appointment you've been avoiding. It's sitting down with a partner or friend and calmly setting a boundary, saying, "This needs to change." or I deserve better. These acts are thresholds because they mark a point of no return, a moment where you choose growth over comfort, action over inertia. This stage is daunting because it requires more than just recognizing the call to adventure. It demands that you act on it. In my coaching work, I see countless people who hear the call but stay paralyzed by fear, doubt, or a sense of obligation to others. They live with the tension of wanting more for years, even decades, without taking a step. That's why I emphasize the 5-4-3-1 rule. When you feel the urge to act, count down from 5 and move. That first step, signing up for a course, speaking your truth, showing up to a new opportunity, is everything. It's what separates dreamers from heroes. There's no Star Wars if Luke stays on Tatooine, fixing droids and dreaming. There's no Mulan if she accepts her fate and stays home. There's no journey if you don't move. Crossing the threshold is a declaration to the universe. I'm ready to become who I'm meant to be. It's terrifying because it means leaving the known for the unknown, risking failure, judgment, or discomfort. But it's also exhilarating the moment your adventure truly begins. Think of Jody, pulling into her parents' driveway in Michigan after a cross-country drive, texting me, "I've arrived for my next adventure." She's transforming her parents' upstairs into an apartment, driven by a pull to care for them, even though they never asked her to. She's likely questioning her choice, wondering, what have I done? That's normal. The threshold is a turning point, and once you cross it, there's no going back. Your life changes because you've chosen to change it. Stage 4. The midpoint. Midpoint is where the journey gets real, where the work, the magic, and the transformation collide in a messy, beautiful, challenging dance. You've left the ordinary world, answered the call to adventure, and crossed the threshold. Now, you're deep in the adventure, facing trials, finding allies, and discovering strengths you didn't know you had. In Star Wars, this is Luke battling stormtroopers, training with Obi-Wan, and meeting allies like Han Solo and Princess Leia, all while facing relentless challenges that test his resolve. In Mulan, it's Mulan's grueling training, her battles against the Huns, and her moments of doubt, thinking she's reached the climax only to face more trials. In The Lord of the Rings, it's Frodo and his fellowship enduring trolls, betrayal, and the treacherous landscapes of Middle-earth, with allies like Aragorn and Gandalf appearing just when hope seems lost. Yet the journey twists unpredictably. In your life, the midpoint is a long, arduous, transformative slog, one that can span months, years, or even decades. It's my husband Chris grinding through his MBA at Babson, taking one class at a time for 7 years while working full-time and raising our 3 children. He was often the oldest in his class, exhausted and tempted to quit, questioning if the degree was worth it. Yet he persisted, earning small wins, passing exams, mastering concepts that kept him going. It's me writing my upcoming book, spending every weekend and evening at my desk, pouring my heart into pages, only to hit walls like 3 days, unable to write a single word, feeling like Frodo trudging toward the bleak slopes of Mordor, wondering, why am I here? It's Jody in Michigan, unpacking in her parents' home, turning their upstairs into an apartment, and navigating the emotional and practical challenges of caring for them after their hospitalizations, or while questioning if she made the right choice. The midpoint is where you're tested relentlessly. Challenges pile up, setbacks, self-doubt, unexpected obstacles, moments where progress feels impossible. You might feel stuck, like you're slogging through mud with no end in sight. This is where many give up, overwhelmed by the grind. But it's also where the magic happens. Allies appear, friends, mentors, colleagues, even strangers who offer support, wisdom, or a kind word at just the right moment. Small wins, a good grade, a kind comment, a day where you feel strong, fuel your resolve. Most crucially, the midpoint is where you uncover your resilience, your courage, your true self. Every challenge reveals a strength you didn't know you had. Every step forward, no matter how small, shapes you into the hero you're becoming. Think of your own midpoint moments. Maybe you're studying for a degree, buried in assignments, wondering if you'll ever graduate. Maybe you've moved to a new city, grappling with loneliness but slowly building a community. Maybe you're rebuilding after a lost job, a relationship, a dream, wondering if you'll make it through. These are your battles, your Mordor, your Huns. They're not glamorous, but they're forging you. The midpoint demands that you keep showing up, digging deeper, even when it's hard. Quitting is tempting. Chris thought about it. I think about it with my book. Jodie's likely thinking about it now, but don't. Every hero story, 50% struggle. And that struggle is what makes the victory meaningful. The midpoint isn't the end. It's the crucible where you discover what you're made of. It's where Luke learns to trust the Force, where Mulan finds her inner warrior, where Frodo realizes he can carry the ring. For you, it's where you uncover the power to keep going, to surprise yourself, to become more than you ever thought possible. Trust the process. The midpoint is leading you somewhere, even if you can't see it yet. Why this matters: the hero's journey isn't just a framework for stories. It's a lens for your life, giving profound meaning to your struggles and a clear direction to your dreams. It's a reminder that you're not just stumbling through life, you're on a purposeful quest to become the best version of yourself. Reflect on your past and you'll see countless heroes' journeys you've already lived. Think of a time you faced a challenge, a breakup that left you heartbroken, a job loss that shook your confidence, a health scare that forced you to rethink your priorities, a move to a new place where you knew no one. You survived, didn't you? You grew stronger, learned who you are, discovered strengths you didn't know you had: resilience, creativity, courage. Each of those moments was a hero's journey, and you're living one right now. You may not be fighting Darth Vader, destroying a magical ring, or battling an army, but every day you face your own foes: fear, doubt, inertia, the weight of routine. When you're bored, restless, or stuck, that's not a dead end. It's a call to adventure begging you to act. When you cross the threshold, whether by starting a new habit, speaking your truth, or taking a leap, you set transformation in motion. When you push through the midpoint's trials, you are not just surviving, you're becoming. At the journey's end, you return home, not to the same place, but to yourself, transformed. If you've ever revisited your childhood home, you know the feeling. It seems smaller, not because it changed, but because you have. You've outgrown the old you, uncovered powers you never imagined, and proven you can face the unknown. The hero's journey also matters because it connects you to something larger. Just as Luke, Mulan, and Frodo saved their worlds, your journey impacts those around you. When you answer your call, whether it's going back to school, starting a business, or simply showing up as your authentic self, you inspire others. You create a ripple effect, making your community, your family, your world a little better. Your courage to grow becomes a beacon for others to follow. Your next step: you are the hero of your own life, and your journey is unfolding right now. Whether you realize it or not, what's your call to adventure? Is it a dream you shelved for a long career change, a creative project, a new place to call home? Is it a change you're resisting, a conversation you need to have, a habit you need to break, a risk you're scared to take? Is it a small step you've been avoiding: signing up for a class, reaching out to a friend, writing the first sentence of a story? Listen to that whisper, that nudge, that pull. It's your inner hero saying, it's time. Your next step doesn't need to be huge, but it does need to be intentional. Take one action today. Write down your dream. Tell someone you trust. Make a small move toward change. If you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, what is my life trying to tell me? If you're facing a challenge, reframe it as a call to adventure. If you're in the midpoint slog, celebrate your small wins and keep going. You're stronger than you know. You don't need the whole map. You just need to start. I'm your ally on this quest, right here cheering you on, believing in you even when you doubt yourself. You're braver, more resilient, and more capable than you realize. Embrace your hero's journey, and you'll not only find the hero within, but also transform the world around you. I love you, I believe in you, and I know you can create a life that's as epic as any story. Answer the call, your adventure awaits.